Freddie
Yep.
and Matthew, and we're here to talk about the pre-E3 stuff that's been going on. Okay.
Yes.
Speaking
And
of
technically everything E3 lah.
Everything and anything
everything.
about
yes,
E3.
that one. But we're going to talk about things that are, like speculations or what might be happening at E3, because a few things have been announced, but
Yep.
not everything.
Yep.
That's
So
true.
we have some insider knowledge, some also like some guess, some I would say calculated guess.
Okay, the inside knowledge just comes from him.
Yep.
We don't know anything, right?
Yes.
You know,
And
you know something too.
yeah, shout out to
Listen.
some of those who just joined us on our stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. We have Faraz here. Hey.
Hi for
What's up,
us.
Faraz?
Hey,
Faraz.
for
And
us.
Lai Junji Jie. Shout out. Yeah.
Hello.
So if you have any questions or anything you want to ask or anything you want to talk about,
If you guys want to address one of us specifically, go ahead.
Yeah,
and
well-
then we'll also be a little bit of bantering with you guys. We'll be asking you guys questions throughout. Like, what do you guys think about a particular thing? Because end of the day, right, guesses, each person is different.
yeah.
Like, Freddie's will be different than mine, and
Correct.
Matthew's obviously. will
And
be different than
ultimately, because E3 is the biggest video game show of the year, and usually E3 is like, I don't know, it's kind of like a World Cup of video games. If you're a
mine.
gamer,
I don't think it's World Cup. of
it's
video
bigger than
games.
that.
No, I think it's more of
Whoa.
like, think of it as like Christmas, but for video games. Like it's like opening your gift and
Well,
finding
both
out
of
like
you-
what will the developers give us
That
this
is
year.
also true.
That's
Sometimes
true.
it could.
I like
just be-
I like Tasha's one more.
That's true. That's true.
I like that.
Sometimes when you open the
1-0.
box, it could just be a pair of socks.
It could be just cold.
It could just be like last year's same T-shirt that they gave us. Oh, didn't I give
Tash,
you this last
seem
year?
like you really like that
Yeah.
T-shirt last year.
So I'm giving
The
you
same one.
from your own drawer.
Yes. But seriously, why are we so excited about E3? Aside from like, maybe we'll get some surprises, but why do we all get so excited?
I mean, personally, E3. Sorry, Tash. But
No, you
personally,
first,
E3 is just like like Tash said, right?
Yeah.
The surprise. You don't know what's in store. Even though we have some leaks here and there, you just don't know what's gonna happen. And every year, there's just this little surprise that just
Yeah.
makes every gamer so excited about E3.
Yeah.
And, even if you don't play games that much, you know about E3.
Yeah. It's that big. But personally for me, I mean, obviously the big titles are something, to die for. But I love those little plot twists that happens. You're like, oh, this game's gonna come out. But wait, we
Yep.
have something extra. And everyone goes like, ah!
Yeah. I really like E3, but I also hate E3 because every year when E3 is happening, I'll be working.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Midnight, which we all will be working
Yeah.
starting tomorrow.
It's
we'll
my
all
first
be
time.
Yes, we'll
It's
be
our first
staying
time.
up
Yeah.
the whole night, to like cover the best. I mean, the hottest news for you guys. Because I mean, for some of you who may not be aware, the E3 is actually happening in LA.
Yep.
Yep. So the time difference can be quite crazy, but it's. Yeah, if you really want to stay up, you can. But if you don't, we will be here every day from today all the way to Tuesday with Let's Talk E3. We'll present everything that you want to know, that you need to know to you.
All right. So for those of you who don't know what E3 is, it stands for 3 E's. Electronic Entertainment Expo. And it happens every year since 2006, I think.
Yep.
Since 2006.
I was pretty sure that they will change to E4, so it's like esports. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, we are seeing some esports titles coming.
yeah, maybe.
Oh no!
So maybe it can be that way. But for also, you know what? Let's just go on and let me just tell you guys what we'll be talking about tonight. Okay, so tonight we will be talking about 4 topics. We have the overview of E3. We're gonna discuss what exactly will be happening on the next few days. That's gonna be going on at E3. We have, I wanna ask you guys as well, Freddie, Matthew, if you guys think that this year will be a good year for E3 and why, as well as the top prediction and top surprises. This is what I'm really eager about because I have my own predictions and you guys have your own as well.
Yep. Calculated prediction.
Calculated
Calculated
prediction.
guesses.
My predictions are like out of the blue, like something I remembered from like years ago. Like, hey, they talked about this maybe this year. And last but not least, a segment of Change My Mind, and this is where these two will be trying to change my mind about something.
Something.
They talked about it behind my back. So
But it's definitely something E3 related and something really big.
yeah, and we would love to hear what you guys think about it too. So you guys can just join
Yep.
in the discussion in the comments.
Also, quick one. Marcio Gomez mentioned in the comments here. There's gonna be any news or release date for Resident Evil 2 remake? He's asking. Well, we may talk about that later,
Yeah.
but I would say that it's still kind of like early to say that, but we will discuss that later.
Personally to me, I feel like we just got Resident Evil 7. You know,
Mhm.
that's why. That's why. I
Will
just
there
don't
be
have-
more remakes? Hard to say, but I hope to see it because I personally find that RE2 is one of the better ones. But yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see. Yeah.
Okay, so to start off, let's talk about the overview of E3 2018. Let's talk about the schedule for a little while. So on the screen right now, you guys can see the schedule. You can start off there with the IGN pre-show, and then we start off with what was that? EA first.
Yes. So if you want to tune in to EA press conference, which tomorrow, meaning tomorrow midnight, I would say Sunday early
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
evening,
Sunday.
2
Yeah.
a.m. You will get to watch EA's press conference.
Mm-hmm.
You can watch the live stream. It's very easy. You can just go to our website or meaning sea.ign.com,
Yep.
or we will also stream it on Facebook as well.
Yep.
So you can just watch the live stream from 1:30. We will have the pre-show. We'll talk about what may or may not come up, and then you will then have you can then tune in at 2 o'clock to watch. I would say roughly about an hour.
So just as you guys know, the timing on here has been changed to the GMT plus 8,
Yep.
which is Malaysia, Singapore timing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys are not sure, you know, you guys are here, just follow timing. Don't worry about it. We
Yep.
got your backs.
Okay.
And now after that, on Monday, June, we also have what's next?
Microsoft and Bethesda.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
think it's a very fun day because Microsoft, to be frank, they haven't been really doing much for the past few years. And
Microsoft has been quiet this year.
yes.
Okay, last year was a huge battle of the consoles. So PlayStation versus Xbox. And Xbox fanboys, no offense to Xbox fanboys, have been like crazy going like, hey, Xbox is better because it has this specs, this specs, this specs, this specs. And I, as a PlayStation 4 lover, just go, well, we have these games.
Yep.
Do you have these games?
Yep. So if you are an Xbox fan or a Microsoft fan, if you are joining us in our live stream, do shout out, do leave a comment here. We will try to reply. And why is Matthew Chan so beautiful according to EJ Baladon? I don't know. He's just pretty. He's just handsome.
Oh, EJ.
I
I'm so
beg
thankful.
to defer, but I will keep
Oh,
my comments for later.
She's jealous.
Yeah, but
She's jealous.
on
Change
June
my
on
mind.
June 11
Change
Monday midnight. Yes, we have Bethesda as well, which is quite. I think can be really exciting.
Okay, Bethesda, you know, like my speculation for this year was Fallout 4 for AR. We had VR last year, and I have
No.
AR.
Well, but
this
we
year.
are we now have 76.
Suddenly,
When-
suddenly
oh.
76.
Fallout 76. Not
Did
even.
did you guys see the meme?
Not even
suddenly,
6, okay.
Like suddenly, like people can't count. It's like suddenly 4, 76. What happened there?
Yeah,
No one
but
knows.
yeah, I think Bethesda would be fun as well. I mean, there should be some cool titles that they may actually bring. Because like last year, I think they only released a couple of things. Like if I'm mistaken, like Skyrim and
Last
Twitch,
year,
yeah.
Bethesda was extremely disappointing for me.
Wow.
I was, no offense, but I was actually hoping for a new game, but well, they gave us.
Well, let's see. Let's
As I
see.
said, they gave us last year's T-shirts.
Yeah,
again.
let's see if they will give us more than just Fallout 76.
I'm just hoping that Fallout 76 isn't another like copy of the last game with a slightly different storyline. Let's just hope it's
That's
not.
true.
Okay, now let's move on to the next day, which is Tuesday. Whew, this is
This is a very heavy
yeah.
schedule.
Technically, it's Monday
Square.
night, Tuesday
Same.
midnight. I mean,
Yeah.
depending on how you look at it. But yeah, we have Square Enix at 1 a.m.
Kingdom
and then
Hearts.
Sony, Ubisoft, Sony, and then Nintendo in the
Yeah.
the next day.
Yep.
So it's quite, I would say, quite a packed 24 hours there.
Yeah.
And yeah, what do you guys think of like Square Enix, Ubisoft, Sony, any titles that catch your attention?
Well, yes.
Well, she
my
already said it.
favorite game, but Square Enix for Kingdom Hearts, and only because it's been hyped for way too long. I mean, this is okay. Square Enix, stop playing with my heart. You're like that guy, okay, who comes into people's lives and they lead you on, and suddenly just disappears. And then
Well,
you're just like, okay, I
move
guess
to another
I guess you
country.
guys don't like us anymore. Suddenly he just comes in like, hey, I'm back, and then you fall in love again, and then you break their heart again. It's just stop. Just give me the game, man.
Kingdom Hearts, yeah,
Yeah.
it
I
will.
think
I
that's
think.
right.
Yeah.
No, it's also worse because it's mixed signals. AKA, like,
Oh.
how many games? Like, one
Yes,
here, one
yes,
there, one
yeah.
here, one here.
And of course, the other question will be like, when can we finally get Final Fantasy
Yes.
7 remake?
Okay,
that's something you want to talk
Yeah,
about.
that's definitely something to talk about.
Okay, so let's start off with the top predictions and surprises of E3 2018. So I'm gonna keep mine first
Yeah,
because it's
like
out
yeah,
of the blue.
okay.
But what do you think will be a plot twist at E3 this year?
Top predictions.
any prediction? Yep.
I would say that I think if anything will be like a hardware review.
Oh.
I don't think, to be frank, I don't think that there will be like an Xbox 2, or something like that, or like a PS5.
Xbox 64.
Yeah,
Why
Xbox
64?
or like a
Because 76 is overused. So you get 64.
Okay.
or like a Nintendo Exchange, I don't know, something like that. But I don't think there will be they will show you the whole thing, but they may actually reveal, let's say, a silhouette or a logo of PlayStation 5, maybe.
But okay.
There will be a really
I mean,
big news. There will be really,
but
They
really
said
big
it's
news.
not
Not-
confirmed,
Confined.
Sorry, confirmed, not happening.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, actually, so Sony, Shaw Layden from
Yeah.
Sony actually confirmed that PS5 will not be making an appearance in E3. And I think it's safe because, like, they just announced PS4 Pro last year.
That's true.
They
Yeah.
kind of need that buffer period that, they'll need to sell a lot
But
of
they
units.
they can still tease you, right? But they may not release it now, but they can say like,
But-
"Hello, coming soon in 3 years' time."
But the thing is that, okay, if you're okay, if it's me, right?
Yeah.
I don't have a PS4, but I really want to buy a PS4. If
Okay.
I see a silhouette of PS5, I'll be like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait for the PS5.
Because the thing is, like they already said, the
True.
PlayStation 4 is at its end. There's about 2-3 years left,
That's
correct?
true.
Yeah.
But the thing is, for them to tease right now, it will be a bad marketing move
Yeah,
because they're still in the midst of milking what's left of the PlayStation 4, in my personal opinion, So, like, PlayStation 5 tease, maybe not really.
Yeah, but that would be, to me, if they were to come up with that, that would be the biggest news for sure.
Yeah.
Mm.
For
I mean,
sure.
Sony will just be on fire. I mean, they're already on fire now, but they would just be like burning.
Yeah, Sony's doing really good job in
Yep.
this pre-E3
They've
countdown
been
thing.
really
That's true.
noisy.
That's
There's
so
so
good.
much news bit by bit comes out. Everyone's just going crazy. But a little bit kind of like upset because some of the titles already came out last year. I mean,
That is true.
granted, last year was shorter trailers. Maybe
Yep.
this year we'll get a little bit more trailer. But to me, it's kind of insulting that they're using the same content again for last year to this year. Like this year, if you want to tease a new game altogether.
That is true.
Stop bringing back the last thing because it
Yep.
just defeats the purpose of E3 because you want to see new things and not the things that were unveiled last year.
Yeah,
Just a quick one on the chat. That's quite active so far. Thank you, Yiji say loving the mug. Yeah, thank you. I guess this one.
No, I
Is
think
this
it's
your
this one,
favorite?
right?
This
This
your
one.
favorite?
This one's your favorite.
Mine's
And,
just dad.
Chen Yiji will say, wait, it's June 8th right now. Will this video go on until June 10? 48
No.
hour stream hype? No, unfortunately.
No. It will be every day
9
from
PM.
9 p.m. till 10:30, 11 or so.
Yeah.
Same time, but different days. From today, tomorrow, all the way till Tuesday.
Correct.
If not, we
And-
will die.
Yeah, that's true. And
Matthew's the first to go. Of course.
Samuel Hernandez
Hey.
Tong, Samuel Hernandez Tong also said on the comment, Bethesda will release Skyrim on a toaster this year.
I mean,
I
Bethesda
agree.
is going
I
everywhere. It's being
agree.
ported
Actually,
everywhere.
that wouldn't be
agree.
a bad idea.
I mean,
right?
imagine
you can make
how
your
cool
bread.
it is. Yeah. Like you can play Skyrim when you make your bread. I would make my bread every morning with so much enthusiasm. It's like, Mom, you want me to toast your bread for you?
Yeah.
Yes, I'll do it.
I mean, I already toast my mom's bread anyways.
While playing Skyrim, why
Whoa.
not? Yeah.
Okay, but I just want to talk about one game that I'm pretty hyped about, which
Yeah.
is Cyberpunk
Okay,
2077.
that one's
All these
good.
7 numbers are just way too out of
Okay.
because this game is actually based off a board game, and I'm just so hyped about all these things that they are referencing another thing because
So-
there's a big reference point.
So you're saying that, I mean, we already know that 2077 likely will be there, as in Cyberpunk.
Is it
Um,
confirmed?
90,
conf-
I would say at least 77% confirmed.
77%
Because
confirmed.
CD Red Project did mention that they will be presenting a PC/PS4/Xbox game.
Okay.
And unless they are trolling us with a Witcher 4, which they say they won't do, it should be Cyberpunk.
Okay, now that's also upsetting too because that one came out last year as well.
True,
the-
but we,
Yeah,
we
but-
didn't know anything about Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we've seen a beautiful trailer. We can look at the trailer.
There
but
was a teaser lah, like a
yeah, I
little
mean, like
taste.
teaser. It's like, I mean, you kind of know it's set in the future and stuff
Yeah.
like that, but we don't know anything about it. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't know the gameplay. We don't know whether you'll be, really don't know anything.
And I think it was announced like 6 years ago, right? Really long time. But I think that they will show it because they're realizing that how well single player games are performing so much. Because like, obviously we don't know like the genre or like directly a lot of details about it, but we can sort of see that it's a single player story mode.
Yep.
You know, it's not so in depth. It's like a lot of
Yeah,
decisions.
it's been confirmed that there will be some multiplayer element, but it won't be a multiplayer action shooter.
Yeah.
It won't be like your CS or whatever.
Okay, do you think that
And
it will
there will be some sandbox open world elements as
Yeah,
well.
I
okay.
really like
Yes.
that.
All right, so The Last of Us 1, they had that single player story, and then they had the multiplayer,
Yeah.
Yeah.
of course, and then everyone said the multiplayer was amazing. Do you think the element will be something like that? Like, what do you guys think?
I personally think yes, because it's just a really good way to, expand a franchise, expand the game. Because
Yeah.
like, to be honest, this multiplayer and the single player didn't really connect, right? Like
Yeah.
you can just take the multiplayer
Correct.
and put different characters. It can be its own game.
Yeah.
And I really like that. They're not they're not trying to milk this extra thing into a game. Like the single player, it has its own
Yeah.
story. It's beautiful. It was so nice. I think Tash, you know how beautiful it was.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
a really nice
was a
ending.
really
It was
good
a
game.
touching ending. You stop it there. Multiplayer,
Yeah.
it's a total new experience.
Okay.
And I like it.
Yeah, but for me, I mean, CD Red Projekt has been a great studio, because of like Witcher 3 and Witcher 2 and all those great games, right? And seeing their success in those games and bringing that into an RPG where you can create character, because we know that you can create character in Cyberpunk 2077,
Yeah.
and that's like, whoa, okay, all right, I no longer follow just one person's journey, but I can make my own journey. So
Yeah.
like, okay, what else can I do with this game? So this game really hyped me up a lot. I sometimes dream about it, but yeah.
I mean, so far the game looks extremely gorgeous. I mean, just look at the character models. Just look at how. Okay, I'm just hoping that is the in-game, the gameplay, and not just a
Yeah.
cinematic. I mean, okay, if it's a cinematic, I'm thankful for it as well. But it's hard to find a game like say God of War, right? How the cinematic. They move straight into the gameplay. You can barely notice the
Of course,
differences. It's
yeah.
very beautiful,
Look,
And this is when like I'm really hoping that
Wow.
the cinematic and the gameplay don't look too different. Because like the most games nowadays, alright, the cinematic's gorgeous. Like say look at Kingdom Hearts. I mean, I hate to say this, I love Kingdom Hearts with all my heart, but its cinematic looks nice. When you go into the gameplay, it looks very very different, cartoony. It's not as aesthetic as the cinematic.
Yep, that's
Yep.
true.
So just a quick question: we know that Cyberpunk likely will be, making an appearance in E3, but where would it be? Would it be with, Sony PlayStation? Would it be with Microsoft PressCon? What
I
do you think?
think-
Or like their own, sneak preview
I think
kind of thing?
Microsoft might be the ones that actually reveal it, because
So you
we
think
just
it
don't
will
hear
be-
anything from them.
Mm.
Thing-
That's the like,
I agree with
you
you.
know that it's gonna appear, but
Yeah.
you don't know where. And it's not like a platform exclusive, right? Every PS4, Xbox One, PC, everyone's gonna do it. And I think Microsoft it makes the most sense. It's like, it's a game that's been so hyped for so long,
Yeah.
and if you release it, it's a big thing.
But to me personally, I feel like if they do that, it kind of like everyone will think like, oh, it's an exclusive, but it's not. It doesn't make sense to.
No, but
Put it
at the
in
end of the day, it's
Microsoft-
about making sure that your conference has big enough impact, right?
That's true.
I know, but the thing is,
Securing
Xbox
the
last
best-
year
yeah,
was introduced with Forza, right?
Yeah,
The game?
Forza.
Which I thought was a very horrible marketing decision.
Well,
not
some of the
really.
motorheads would be like, no, Forza was
'Cause
good.
That
Yeah.
was actually really good, because I really like motorsport,
Mhm.
and that just showcased like how beautiful the PS4 Pro could.
Not
like,
PS4,
no, sorry.
sorry, Xbox.
The Xbox, yeah.
Hey.
Sorry. Because like we've been talking about PS4 the whole
Yeah.
day. Like can just make the game how beautiful it is, and it was so nice to just hear the engine, see the visual, and normally we play those motorsport games. Obviously,
Yeah.
simulations can only get you that far, and when you see something so realistic, it's just like wow.
Okay, like personally to me, I say it's a bad marketing decision because I feel like there are other games to debut the Xbox with because, as
But-
we all know,
true.
most people who buy the Xbox are first-person shooters. They're more competitive players, like you look at Call of Duty, Halo, that's like all been this Xbox kind of stuff. And then, for them to suddenly like put that in, it's like, whoa, I'm not saying that there's no fan base for Forza. I'm just saying there's a bigger fan base for FPS, which is why I think that they should have catered to the bigger audience instead of like the small
That's
tiny
true.
niche.
Yeah, that's true.
But anyway, just a quick one. Are you guys excited for Cyberpunk?
Yes,
Yes.
That game looks gorgeous. Okay,
Yes.
Detroit Become Human. Had
Kind
the,
of
sa- had
level,
the
yeah.
same kind of like
Lev-
element to it,
yep.
and that
Yeah.
one did not disappoint. I mean, it was a little bit disappointing, just a little bit.
Wait, what? Which part?
Just that when you finish playing the game, it kind of reminded you of Heavy Rain.
All right, let's look
Yeah.
No,
forward.
let's go back
forward.
Stay.
let's
I can
talk about
debate
the
about
new
that
games.
for a really long time.
Let's talk about new games, okay? All right, now since we talk about Microsoft and all those,
Yeah.
right? Do you guys think that we will be able to see a new Halo 6 or a new Halo game this year in E3.
No.
No.
No? So no
Infinity.
Halo 6?
No, it's no. It's a no from me, dog.
Mm-hmm.
I think, even though I really want to see Halo 6, I don't think there'll be Halo 6 in progress yet. But I think there will be a new Halo game. Maybe like a spin-off, a parody, or whatever it is.
I mean, there's
There might be
a
something.
speculation of like this game called Halo Infinity.
Yeah, and Infinity is the name of the ship in
Yep.
Halo. So it could be something like the origins of the ship, how it was made.
It could be a Halo racing game.
No, please. Oh no.
Well, no, that would be great, right?
His laugh, it's like I can't tell if he's trolling or if he's serious.
No.
But to be frank, I would love to see a Halo 6, even
Mm.
if it's not ready to be out by this
Mm.
year or next, even if it's like scheduled to be released only in 2020. I think it's about right time they come up with something big, because I think Microsoft, people have been asking, Xbox One or Xbox, please give us some exclusive.
Yeah.
And Halo has always been the brand, the game
it's,
for them.
It's
right?
the Master Chieftain. It's the
I mean,
it's the face.
Yes.
No offense
Yes,
to
and Brian Yap here says Halo Battle Royale. Yes, I agree with you. Please don't do that.
Stop. Too many battle royales. Just stop. There it is. Another day, another battle royale. Please don't make that come true. I'm just
Oops.
done. Like we just have like Realm Royale come out, and then like there's more coming out soon. I heard.
No, there are at
Yeah,
least
yeah.
21. You know.
And then, like,
Fractured
the-
Lands.
Yeah, and it's COD as well.
Call of Duty. Too much.
Yeah, but nothing wrong with them trying new thing. But I think they still need to have a full game, a
Yeah.
full Halo 6. It will be something to. I mean, for them to at least compete with the other showrunner.
I mean,
Serious, yeah.
to
Because
be
if they
hon-
want to
yeah.
at least
Yep.
stay relevant, in E3 and tell them that, tell people that we still have a say, we still have a market share, we are still relevant.
Yeah.
They need to come up with something big.
And
They need to because.
sorry,
Okay,
sorry,
it's fine.
you can finish first.
Okay, so it's like last year, right? Like Microsoft, they're saying, oh, this was exclusive, this was exclusive, this was exclusive, but they didn't say it was a timed exclusive. Like it was already gonna come to other platforms just a little bit later. So don't you feel like all the other people who are like the Xbox owners are like, oh, you kind of lied to us because we would have thought that if we bought this, we would have our own exclusives. It's like a slap in the face. It's like saying, hey, you're a special child here, let me give you a candy, but behind your back you give to your kids as well.
Oh.
That is true. That is true. There's a couple shout out from a comment. Samuel Hernandez Stong, another comment. Thank you. Matthew told me he's secretly waiting for League of Legends Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Technically, Sam,
It
League of
sounds-
Legends is already a battle royale.
It sounds like a great idea, but I don't know that. I'm not. No.
No. That's enough for today.
All right. We have to move on. We
Yep.
have to move on.
All right, so now let's talk about a little bit about the Final Fantasy VII remake. So last year was when they teased us with that, and everyone went crazy. So do you think that they'll be talking about it a little bit more this year? Because to me personally, you know how slow Square Enix likes to take their time with games.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 15 was in progress for God knows how long, okay? And I don't think, I mean, for like, so I heard like their the collaboration with one company got changed
Yep.
to something like that. So I feel like that would set them back even
Yeah.
more.
But
Yep.
you never know, because the thing is, we already seen some of the gameplay
Yeah.
of Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah.
So they may not be able to show you the whole game or whatever. But I think this year, it's a good time for them to at least tease a bit more.
Yeah.
Like what do they keep it the same, or do they have new stuff? Like in terms of gameplay, maybe.
I feel like, like, how do I say this? It's good that they follow the story of the first one. But remember,
It can be convoluted, but I like the story.
But I hope it's just not, they didn't dilute it to be too short. What do you think, Matthew?
I'm gonna break your heart and say there should be no information about Final Fantasy this time around.
Okay,
I
why do
think
you
no.
think that?
Okay, they have a conference, right?
Yeah.
But I think they're putting a lot of emphasis into Kingdom Hearts this year, and I think that will be their flagship game.
Mm-hmm.
at most, Final Fantasy will just show maybe a new trailer, and like you say yourself,
Yeah.
Square Enix, they take a long
Yeah.
time. They just showed the trailer last year. At most, they maybe just show some cosplayer and a new trailer, gameplay trailer.
I think it'll
but
be
that's
a
about
short one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'm actually gonna have to agree with Matt with this. I feel like it will just be like, oh yeah, by the way.
it. Yeah, that's a by the way.
It's a by the
in-
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
think
think-
could be like another teaser right after Kingdom's Heart 3, maybe
Yeah.
something like that for Square Enix. But I really hope they you know
Nah, I'm gonna break your heart
they
again, Freddy.
outperform, this time and just
No.
surprise me with and say, guys, it's gonna be coming out this Christmas.
Whoa!
No,
Christmas on Christmas.
it's a no from me, dog.
Mm.
If anything, they should have the release date for Kingdom Hearts 3.
I agree.
We've been waiting for God knows how long.
Okay, calm down.
I felt my heart
Calm
break
down.
so
Calm
many
down.
times.
Calm down.
Square Enix, you better freaking deliver
Calm
this year.
down.
You hear me?
Must have faith.
Calm down.
Yeah.
Deep breath. Deep breath.
Yeah.
So angry. So
Okay.
angry.
Since we are, we've been talking about games that have been dragging and stalling for a while. Now let's talk about Death Stranding. Okay.
That is a game that has
Let's
been
talk
dragged
about what is Kojima going to show this year.
Okay, this will be the big four of the Sony.
That-
Yeah.
Sony surprise, like
Sony
that's
surprise
Correct.
fair,
I mean,
basically.
do
They're
you
already-
think it will just be another teaser, another baby, another?
Suddenly, like last year, it was
freaky-
like one thumbs up baby. This year, 2 thumbs up.
Aw.
Suddenly you find out like, oh wait, he
Yeah.
can do 2 thumbs up.
I mean, to be frank, I really enjoyed the teaser because I don't know what
Look
the
at
heck is going
Yeah.
on. I'll
Like
be
even
like,
Mads Mikkelsen was saying like,
it looks cool. I mean,
Yeah.
so nice.
I mean, Matt Mikkelsen actually shared something.
yeah,
And he said that the game, require you to do some co-op. It's a co-op game. I'm like,
different players from different parts
Cut-
of the world.
can play together. But I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
Battle
so-
Royale.
Yeah. So that's
No,
Battle Royale.
stop.
So
You're
does-
banning that word.
I mean, almost any game can have online feature now. So I'm like,
Yeah.
it doesn't tell you anything, but,
But
it
even-
looks so gorgeous. I really like the concept art. I really like the whole world that Kojima set. But please, Kojima, be kind.
Oh my god. I
Okay,
really-
listen, this is Hideo Kojima, Unchained.
Mm-hmm.
This is unstoppable. There's no Konami saying you can't do this anymore. This is just purely him.
He's gonna spend 15 years just working on a teaser, right?
Okay,
on
the
that
thing
one
is,
character
it's not just one
face.
character or teaser or something. It's like the thing is, this was weird. Okay, and we were all like, what? Like after.
But
the
it's a
trailer-
good weird. It's the
Yeah.
weird that you're like, okay, I want it. I want more. I want more.
I know, but the thing is, like the weirder things we see. I'm just gonna be like, oh yeah, that's Kojima right there. Why am I? I'm not surprised. I shouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, but if anything, I would say that Death Stranding, if they do show us anything more than just a teaser, like a gameplay or even a feature, or at least tell us what the heck is this
is
game.
this a
It-
horror game?
It will be one of the biggest news.
Yeah,
for
I
E3.
think 100%.
Confirm.
Just to answer your question, I think this will be a huge release because it is one of the 4, the big 4.
yeah.
This whole year, this whole month, Sony has been big 4, big 4, big 4. And I think if they want to hype it that way, they need to, back up their
They
word.
can't just
They
be a
can't just like,
teaser.
"Oh,
You have
here's
to must have some demo or
here's
something. Yeah.
another 6-minute teaser. No. If they do that, I think the gaming community will just screw them
I
up.
don't
They
know
cannot
why.
do that.
You may actually see Matt Mikkelsen, coming on stage and give you another teaser.
Okay,
I'll
like
turn off the stream and I go to sleep or like no. But personally, I cannot wait for this game. I
I
just
think-
want to see it.
I think this will be an announcement.
Yeah.
I really think so because everyone's pretty excited about it. Hideo Kojima has been excited about it. He hasn't really been so cryptic about it either.
Mm.
I mean, the only people that has been cryptic is Mads Mikkelsen. He says he doesn't really know what is going on in the game. Like he can try and understand the game himself, but he doesn't understand it. So I have a feeling this game will be like totally mind blown. But the thing is, my question is that you guys didn't answer just now. Is this a horror game?
It looks like one.
I don't think it's a horror game. It's more of a thriller.
Thriller.
Is thriller and horror the same thing? Horror is
No.
like monsters go.
Yeah.
Thriller is more like I will never play a horror game.
Yeah.
Just for the record. But yeah, I think it's more of a thriller. Like it's a race against time. It's something that
You know
just
what?
keep on
What
going.
would really disappoint me?
What?
Is this like a survival puzzle,
No.
walk around, click button game?
Yeah, I will be disappointed in that because they've put way too much time and effort into this, and it just comes into a
Yep.
point and click puzzle
Just
game.
walking
I'm
around,
out.
No,
collecting
I
babies.
don't think so.
Yeah.
But
It's a no
the
from
the
me,
thing
dog.
is that it's been like kind of confirmed that it's gonna be not really confirmed, but it's like an open world third person game.
Yeah.
You can just go
Open
through.
world third person puzzle game.
No, Freddy, no. Because I really like this
It's
mechanic
about
that
a game that you find yourself, in the distant future. But no,
No,
yeah.
okay. But I was saying that the mechanic of this like time fall, right? The rain, the time fall rain, where it accelerates your aging. That's a really interesting concept. Where
But
like
you think it's like a Benjamin Button kind of thing?
yeah, or maybe like it just accelerates. Like maybe like one tick, it's like 1 year. And imagine that you just walk, and in order to complete this mission, you need to finish it before like 5 minutes.
I'm having like an
Yeah.
interstellar
But
moment here.
one thing I can be sure about is that the game will have really convoluted storyline.
Yes, 100%.
You know, it's like this life is not your life, but your memory is belongs to your dog or something like that. You know, you have to play back the third level 5 times, maybe something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that's true.
Which
Nah.
which can be fun. Yeah.
It's okay, but just hoping that it doesn't. Okay lah. I mean, it might just become like, I don't know why, but I have a feeling this is gonna be like part of a franchise. It's gonna be like, this is the first part, and there's gonna be like a cliffhanger, and then there'll be another part, because I feel like it's Hideo Kojima. He I don't know. I have a feeling he's the type of person who likes cliffhangers.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's going to be a very gross cliffhanger.
We will
The,
see.
the good kind of gross, okay?
Mm.
The one that makes you think like, oh
You
my
want to see more?
Yeah.
god,
I
that
mean,
was so awesome.
Ultimately, Kojima is one guy that can make or break one franchise just like that.
Yeah.
So, and I don't think he'll break this Kojima Productions because it's his.
Yeah.
And I think he will make sure that this game is good enough for almost
For his
everyone.
name, it's just
Not
first.
just his name, for everyone, for
Yeah.
my soul. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You know what? Let's move on. Let's talk
Mhm.
about the next one of the next big fours, which is Spooderman. I've been wanting to say that for a few days now.
Spooderman.
Finally, it's out. Spooderman. Okay, so Spider-Man. This one is a little bit different. You can see like the spider in front is white now. It's a different suit.
Mhm.
So, and they said that this will have like some of the Batman Arkham elements, put into it. What do you guys think? Because the last Spider-Man I played was in the PlayStation 2. It was really awesome. What do you guys think of this one?
I think I'm really looking forward to it because this Spider-Man is based on the Marvels one, which is Tom Holland, and I actually watched the trailer of it and
Yeah.
watched a bit of the in-game play like footage. The guy sounds exactly like Tom Holland, and the element just feels like you are Tom Holland because like he's this guy. Oh, sorry. Yeah, he's just this guy that goes around. He doesn't want anyone to die. Like whenever there's bad guys, he'll try to save it. Like he won't kill him. He'll save it, keep him really, really safe and whatnot. And there's just this aspect that is so nice that you have the heart that in the movies that you see, right?
Yeah.
He's just this kid that he just wants to help everybody. And when you play that film, when I was watching the video, it just feels the same way.
Okay, what do you think, Freddie?
I don't know. I like the game. I mean,
Okay.
it looks nice. I mean, to be honest, for open world Spider-Man game where you can like just sling web around and explore the world, it's literally like GTA on steroid, right? You can just jump, you can just do parkour.
Yeah.
Like, not even parkour, like this extreme parkour. Where you can just go anywhere you want. And the combat system looks really good. The
Yeah.
camera looks smooth as hell, and I like that. The combat part, I just not too sure about the plot because we have seen Spider-Man franchises from games to movies like countless times.
Yeah.
What else can you do? I mean, you can't have us fight Penguin, or I know that's wrong franchise, but yeah, you can't have us fight the same villain again and again like Octopus, although you can't.
We can't see Uncle Ben die again.
21 times.
I'm so tired of that.
But having said that, the engine looks great.
Yeah.
Is a great game. But if they, I hope that they have more things to show aside from just a single player thing. But I would still try it regardless because I'm not a Spider-Man fan, to be frank.
Same here.
But I am an open world game fan.
But personally for me, it's a no for me because number one, I'm not
You hate
really.
Spider,
I
right?
don't hate Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man is great, but I just feel like unless they have a lot more to offer, other than the usual Uncle Ben dies, Gwen Stacy or whatever that redhead girl is. I forgot already her name. I don't want to see that again. I'm not gonna pay a lot of money just to get the same shirt that I wore last year, but in a nicer, prettier package, in my opinion. But otherwise the game does look gorgeous. It looks beautiful. It is like kind of like calling to me a little bit, like, hey, even though you don't like me, but you should play it. And I agree. And also recently as well, there was a AU Spider-Man animation that was that was teased. The trailer looked amazing. So, do you think that it will have anything to do with this universe?
I'm not too sure because for one, I know for sure that this is not the Tom Holland version of Spider-Man.
Okay,
Sorry,
which one
Matthew.
was this one?
This is I think this version he's like a 23-year-old college kid.
Oh,
Like,
is it the
he's an
Peter
intern.
Parker?
Yeah,
Peter
he's
Parker,
still Peter
I mean,
Parker.
everyone,
Tom Holland's
every Spider-Man is
every
Peter
Spider-Man
Parker.
is Peter
Yeah.
Parker.
But it's just
Okay.
that this is a different verse, and I don't think this is the Tom Holland version.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm not too sure if they're the same universe, to be frank, but I don't think that matters because for a Marvel superhero game, all you need to know is the hero. You can basically every Marvel's universe, they have different storyline. You just have to enjoy and go with it, I feel.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What do you think, Matthew?
Like I said, I think this is like Marvel or like just trying, Sony trying to bring back that superhero game genre again. Like,
Yeah.
when was the last time you actually seen like a superhero game that was really good?
I honestly can't remember.
Like a game that just blows like Batman from DC.
Yeah, the Arkham
Yeah, the
series, I
Arkham
would say
series.
the Arkham
So,
series. So
maybe
and,
like
and
this
to
is
be
Sony
frank,
trying
Spider-Man,
That's
I believe they are gonna be like Arkham level.
Maybe they want to do it. That's why it's an open world. You can just try. But that scene where Spider-Man was chasing through the city, chasing the helicopter, just looked amazing. Like the gameplay looked so fun. It was very versatile. The mechanics was really cool.
Yeah.
And I'm just really interested to see how.
Yeah,
this
and the combat looks really
Yeah.
responsive.
I'm
Yeah.
just really hoping that this doesn't turn out to be like, okay, so Spider-Man in the PlayStation 1, that was amazing, but there were a lot of side quests that were kind of like, go here, pick up something, go here, beat up someone, Let's just let's just hope it doesn't become like an errand simulator, a Spider-Man errand simulator. That would be completely boring.
That is true. I agree. I mean, you should have enticing main quests. I mean, main
Yes.
storyline, quest line
The
for you to
side
follow.
quests to me, even though it's like not part of the big game, I think a little bit more effort should be put into it as well. Make it like more interesting, like make it enticing for people to actually spend more time on
Yeah,
the game.
like doing some errands that may actually contribute to something like saving third world hunger.
Okay,
or
like
something.
say okay, this has nothing to do with anything lah. But say look at Persona 3 and Persona 5. Persona 3 had obviously the best main storyline, but what was not really cool about it was the side quests, the social links, right? Persona 5 main storyline was okay, but the side quest was amazing. And
True.
when you do the side quests, you get like more bonuses for the main storyline, the main character. Like how can you enhance your gameplay in the main storyline? I would like to see that for Spider-Man. That would be really good. Like
That's true.
like more powers, more different moves
Yeah.
maybe, or or something to make it
Yeah.
like say you can hit people faster, level up faster, something,
Possibly.
That's
I mean,
true, that's true.
ultimately, I believe for Spider-Man, it's all about the combat and the open world. So, I mean, for those who are still with us, if you like this game, if you're excited about it, let us know in the comments. I am okay. I don't think I'm super excited about it, but I would still play it.
Yeah, tell us why. If it's Spider-Man, a yes or a no from you, and let us know why.
Yeah, but I think there is a reason why Sony listed them as one of their big four for
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
year's
there
E3.
should be a big surprise, or maybe a new mechanic or new way to play the game.
Correct. Yeah, you never know. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
you have some new
Like-
the special appearance.
Yeah, it would be weird that if it's just like a normal superhero game and it's part of Sony's Big Four.
Yep,
Correct.
that's right. Now, speaking of big fours, we have the next one, Ghost of
Oh my
Tsushima,
God.
which I only know the name because of the word
Ghost of
Tsushima.
Tsushima.
I
Sushi, because I'm hungry. But the trailer is looking really awesome.
I
But
love it.
I absolutely know nothing
Yep.
about it. If you guys know, why don't you
Yep.
just let me know?
If you're not familiar with the game, this is actually a game created by Sucker Punch,
Sucker
the company.
Punch.
So it's the company behind Infamous, the series. And yeah, so this game is actually set in, if I'm mistaken, I think the 12th century or something
yes,
like that.
in
Japan.
Yeah, 12th century in Japan.
During the
this-
Mongol invasion.
Yes.
When
I love this
the
game.
Mongolians, travel across the sea to want to invade Japan as well. I don't know why, for
Yeah.
any reason.
I
Maybe for sushi, maybe. Yeah, but they just want to cross the sea and give me some sushi, yo.
That's why it's called
Yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima. Okay,
So
we just
many-
we just butchered the whole
Oh
game.
my
Maybe. But anyway, you play as a samurai
Yes.
Yes.
against hordes of Mongolians.
Yes.
Okay.
This reminds me of the Mulan song,
The
you know.
the
Yeah,
Huns,
yeah.
yeah.
Let's get down to business.
Yeah, to defeat the Hun, maybe, but now
was a very
in a
powerful-
Japanese accent. So,
Yeah.
but don't do that, please.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
whoa, yeah.
Okay, but I'm looking forward to this game so much because I love games that have a direct reference to like any history because it shows that there's so much more and the game itself has an impact right? Whatever you're doing, wow, yeah, that's actually part of history. And
Is
to-
it
to
a
give you-
direct
So-
history?
yes, it actually happened in real life.
Oh,
but
okay.
it's not like directly because like after that the Mongols they actually went to the so Tsushima is actually a place in Japan.
Okay.
Right. And then they went there. Mongols actually took over. So 20,000 soldiers of Mongols actually went into the island of Tsushima. Only 80 samurais fought against them. And
Ooh.
only
I would like to
one-
count when I play the game. Do they have
Obviously-
like 2,200 Mongols? Probably more.
20,000.
Probably more if they go
20,000
Dynasty
was the
Warrior
exact
style, right?
number against 80 samurais. And
Yeah.
you are the last remaining samurai. And I love that concept. It shows that what will you do? What's your motive? Are you just gonna be this revenge guy? Like, oh my god, these guys they come in, they kill my family, they take my land. Am I just gonna slaughter everyone, or am I gonna be the bigger man? Like, because in the history, right?
When you say
this-
take my land, just reminds me of.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Go on. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you gonna be the bigger man? Try to warn, because like in Japanese history,
Mm-hmm.
this samurai he was actually a bigger guy, and he actually went to other islands and warned the other Japanese to about Mongols, and it's such a fascinating thing. But obviously the game is called Ghost of Tsushima, so
Yeah.
maybe
Why ghosts?
Maybe it's
he's the
because
ghost, 'cause he's the last one.
maybe.
Or he's dead.
Or,
He's
yeah.
a zombie.
No, not zombie.
No,
I
no,
think-
no, no, yeah.
No, like you know how the Japanese love those whole like revenge ghost kind of storylines. What
Yeah.
if it's a revenge
Yeah.
ghost storyline?
Possibly.
And-
But okay, what do you think? What kind of gameplay are we talking about? Is it like a
I
you
have a
know,
feeling it's
hack
gonna
and
be-
slash?
Yeah.
Hack and slash.
Or it could be a third person, top down, Diablo style. What are we
It's,
looking at?
Third person. Okay, the thing is that there has not been real like any.
Yeah, but what's your
exclusive-
prediction?
I think it's gonna be a third person open world game, because one thing that the creator said that
Kind of
he
like
just said exploration is key,
mm.
and I'm so interested. I just look at the footages of the Tsushima island they made. Absolutely.
So you think
beautiful.
it's gonna be something like God of War style?
Yes, exactly. And I think I'm hoping, because he's a samurai, a ninja, whatever you want to call it, that you have this option to even just be sneaky or just go all out, being like massacre, killing everyone. I really want to hope that there's this kind of gameplay, because it's so interesting to see. There's so many ways to tackle it.
I mean, personally, for me, I think from how it looks like, it might be a hack and slash. I think by exploration is key means that there will be like
Puzzles, more puzzles.
I have a feeling
No
there will be
puzzles!
puzzles for like obstacles, but nothing too crazy. But what I think by exploration means like you gotta maybe go find the key, or you have to look in certain places to get key items.
So
You know, that kind
no.
of stuff.
So apparently the creator said that this is not part of your main quest, but it will
Wait,
help you.
what?
Yeah. So the exploration is not part of your main quest,
Uh-huh.
but it will help you further on if you go for it.
I'm gonna guess resources.
Yeah,
Maybe,
like you go
maybe,
like farm,
or you learn about some information that helps you defeat your enemy.
Yeah,
pick up some
Yeah.
Japanese seaweed
But
somewhere.
that itself just puts like it's so intriguing. Think what kind of mechanics can come up from there.
Yeah, I mean, like for me, I feel like maybe you can go get resources for like your weapons. Maybe you can make medicine. Maybe you can get like maybe you can find out like, oh, you hear someone talking, then you find another shortcut.
Yep. And then
Maybe
you know,
there's also art of persuasion. You
oh
you don't
my-
know
there's
that.
just so many things that, because there's so little information, everything's possible.
Yeah, but it's a really beautiful game.
Yeah,
yeah,
so
it's
beautiful.
looking
I mean,
it's looking very
A
solid.
really beautiful teaser.
Yeah, and fun fact,
We don't know yet what kind
you
of
see that
gameplay.
two
I said it's-
mountains
Yes.
in the logo is
Yeah.
actually the island, the iconic island of Tsushima.
Ah.
I actually learned that yesterday, and I thought it was such a good tribute.
But yeah, as I said, the game is looking so good so far. I mean, have we seen any gameplay?
Not yet.
Not
No,
yet.
no
Not
game.
yet.
So maybe this year, I don't think there will be a release date. I think there will be a gameplay.
Mm.
Yep. I mean, being as we mentioned before, Ghost of Tsushima is one of the big four that
Yes.
Sony will be showcasing. So I think it would be quite lame if this is like, okay, another teaser. So they should be showing us more than that.
I think it will be a teaser, and they'll talk a little bit in depth about it personally.
Okay, I wanna ask you guys. This Sony is using this new tactic of Big Four or whatever it is called, right?
Yeah.
Do you think it's like, if they don't release enough, or the hype, if they don't live up to the hype, do you think it's gonna bite them back?
Yes, it will.
Of course.
Because
Yeah.
you have to understand, that's what they did last year for Microsoft. They hyped up the Xbox so much. It came out.
the Project Scorpio thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone was disappointed because
Yeah.
there's no games on there. Like, why should you present to us a machine with no games?
That's
I
true.
buy it and I can't use it. Until this year, people are still pretty angry about it.
True.
Like, no one's really happy. But Sony, even though they know they couldn't compete
Mm-hmm.
with the Scorpio, they knew that okay, why do people want to buy our machine? Oh, because you have games. So let's promote more games.
Yep.
Yeah. So they've been really smart about it. I think so far for how many years Sony has been playing their cards right, and I am expecting them to do the same this year.
Okay.
Okay.
So we are done with Ghost of Tsushima, but we got one last big four, which is the last.
The Last of Us 2. I'm sorry, this is my game. Don't take this away from me. Okay, so The Last of Us 2, I think you've played it. You've played it.
The first one, not the second one.
first
If
one?
I play the second
No,
one,
no,
then
I'm
I'll
talking
tell
about
you.
the first one.
Yep.
It was very gorgeous, beginning to end. It was very believable. And the ending left us a really huge cliffhanger, even though they sort of saved, but it was a different kind of cliffhanger. It made you feel like it was a different feeling. Even I couldn't understand how I felt. You know, it felt like a moral dilemma on my end.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. So now on this trailer, what you see, Ellie's grown up. Maybe Ellie's about 5 years more or
It's,
something like that.
I think 17 was the age that.
17.
Yeah,
So 2 years
17,
later.
17
2 years
was
later.
the-
2 years later. Okay.
Finally learned how to play the guitar. Yeah.
Yep. And then I wasn't sure at first. I thought Joel had
Mm.
passed on, but you did. I think I suspect the guy's voice is his when he was talking to her.
There is actually gameplay trailer and Joe is there already.
Yeah, Joel
If
is
I'm
there.
mistaken, he's
Yes,
still alive.
He's
Yep.
still alive.
He's still alive.
Okay, so before I get my conspiracy theories about this game, let me hear what you guys think about
I
this
would
game.
love to see the. I mean, to see what kind of gameplay would they introduce this time. Can we finally get to control Ellie?
We did.
Yes.
We did last time, but
We
like
did, in the
what
DLC.
way? I mean, is it like a switchable or like? I mean,
Mm.
yeah. Can you switch? Because last time, I mean, you can't.
I
right?
personally wouldn't like a Switch
Why not?
because I liked that it was more of like a, how do I say this? It was more of like, this is Joel's story and we will follow it from Joel's point of view. If we do two separate points of views, the storyline might be a little bit
I don't think so. I
it's the same.
disagree.
I disagree. I agree with Freddy.
Because if you can do the same thing with like GTA, why
Yeah.
not?
But for me personally, it's like when I played as Joel, I felt what Joel felt. I saw what Joel saw.
Yes.
I understood his logic, even though I didn't agree with his actions. Correct. But if say that we switch around, which means that we are going to have two different points of views.
But
I mean,
believe-
it's great. It's great. It's great. But for me, it's like personally, it's like, I will be like, oh god, like which one is real, which one's not. It just gives them
Yeah,
more
that's true.
headache.
I've
It's hard to
um,
empathize, lah.
I agree with that.
I mean, I have a theory that you'll be able to play Ellie and Joel because it's The Last of Us 2.
Yes.
Like 2,
It's
get it?
So you
Two,
think
part
it's
2. So
Wait,
2
part
of them.
two.
You can play 2.
No, it doesn't
Oh
work
my
that way.
God.
Doesn't work that way. Does Fallout 76 mean you get to play 76 characters?
No, that no different. Nah.
Yeah. So see, okay. But what I want to say is that interestingly, part 2 and part 1, you notice that Naughty Dog actually titled it as part 2 instead
Yep.
of 2. It's because that
Ah.
it's actually gonna be two very different themes.
Yes.
Part 1, when we played it, you could feel the love. Like,
Yep.
it's all about Joel. I want to save Ellie. I'll save Ellie.
That's
and
why
Ellie want
I,
to save
I
Joel.
personally believe that you actually get to play Ellie this time.
Yes.
Maybe as the protagonist and not
Yeah.
Joel anymore.
Personally, I feel like the storyline will be a Joel versus Ellie.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like Ellie will find out, and then when she finds out, it will be a team Joel versus team Ellie.
I-
Like Joel doesn't like maybe Ellie wants to.
I
Like,
feel
like
like-
I feel like Ellie will take revenge on what's her name that Joel killed. I can't remember. And then like
Spoiler alert, but yeah.
yeah, I feel like that what will be happening, and I feel like there will be a lot of moral conflicts, a lot of internal kind of like
Maybe.
yeah.
But aside from story, I mean, of course, story is a
Yeah.
big part of The Last of Us 2. But do you guys think that there will be improvement or change? Of
I
gameplay?
think in terms of gameplay, personally, I feel like they will maintain, but they will
Yes.
fix a lot of things that were lacking in the
Like?
last one. I didn't really like the aiming system. That was like pretty.
Well, it's
to
PS.
me.
It's PS. The thing is that that's not really the game's issue. It's more of like the console. It's really hard to aim. It's
Yeah.
not as precise as a mouse and keyboard. So I think, but I agree with Tash. To be honest, I feel like the game was just really good. Like, I cannot think of any aspect that you would want to change.
It wasn't too hard.
Not change, but
Yeah.
improve.
Yeah. But okay,
Yeah.
so I'll just see this trailer, right?
Okay, so this trailer
there's a lot
right
of
here.
speculation about this trailer.
Okay,
Of
so we're
course.
seeing a lot of new characters here as
Yeah.
well. That's the reason why I said Team Ellie, Team Joel.
Yeah, yeah.
Team Ellie might find new friends. Ellie might find friends who are, like the ones who are whispering in her ear and saying, "Hey, if you had the cure the whole time, Why would you forgive that guy? Your life could have been better by now. The whole, people will start blaming her, for it. That's where the internal anger comes from, personally, I think.
But there's actually a lot of speculation that
Mm-hmm.
this is actually Ellie's mom.
Yep.
Because it looks...
That's one of the
Wait,
theories.
didn't she die?
The flashback. It could be a flashback.
Oh.
Because Naughty Dog did flashback in one of their previous games.
Yep.
I cannot think of it right now. So we do know that they like it, right? They will do it. And if you look, he looks surprisingly like Ellie, right?
I didn't
And one
think
more
that.
Thing, one more thing. In Naughty Dog's tweet, they introduced every character except for the girl, and
Yep.
it was 4 black boxes. And
Correct.
guess whose mom has 4 letters in their name? It's Ellie.
Ellie.
Because it's Anna, A-N-N-A.
Oh.
So this is actually one of the most, I would say, plausible fan theory,
Yes.
and I choose to believe it, but we will see.
I choose
That's
to
why
believe it
that's
too.
why like in my own opinion and what I gather, I feel like Joe may play like a more, I would say, supporting role, just
Yeah.
like
Yes.
Ellie in the first one. But that doesn't mean that I'm right. I could be wrong. There could be a third character. There could be a fourth more important. I really don't know. But I do hope that they stick to at least just the 2 of them. So
That's
because I agree with you, I don't want them to dilute the
Yes.
the storyline as well. And I at the same time, I trust Naughty Dog. I think they know what they're doing.
I'm scared because this is a very beautiful game. It's one of the most iconic games on the PlayStation 4. If they ruin this,
They would not.
if they ruin it, if it does not live up to expectation,
It will be the last of them.
pitchforks.
It will be the last
of
of the
them,
last
yes.
of them.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
okay. I don't think they will be. Yeah, they will.
But
ruin it.
I think expectation is high. Everyone is thinking what kind of storylines they can create. But actually, there was a gameplay that I saw that you are actually playing a lot more as Ellie this game. But obviously, it's not the final gameplay.
Yeah.
But we saw that you do control Ellie. So that's one thing at least we know that
Yep.
you play as Ellie
There's also another thing that we know. We know for sure that Last of Us 2 will not be out by
by February.
February 2019 next
No.
year. Yeah, because
Yes.
earlier today or yesterday, Sony announced the release date of Days Gone, another
Yeah.
zombie game.
Yeah.
And when they announced it, they also said that, one of the officials actually said that the game will come out before The Last of Us 2.
Yes.
That means...
That means The Last of Us 2 will be
It's-
pushed back.
Yep.
It could be
For
one
sure.
day.
Don't
No!
not play with
Imagine
me
the
this
mayhem.
way.
It will be at least, I would say, the earliest you will see is probably summer.
Okay.
Mm.
But okay, now that we're here, which game out of the 4 are you excited about?
Ready?
For E3, just E3, I would
Yes.
say Death Stranding.
Death Stranding. You?
I just really love Ghost of Tsushima. That game is the story, the art, the concept behind it. I just love it so much.
Okay, for me, Last of Us 2, obviously. But let us know in the comments which game you guys are looking forward to seeing in the Big 4 during E3. Now, while we're here, let's go on to the next thing. Other possible announcements from Sony. Okay, so a few days ago, Sony already said they have 3 more titles
To announce before E3.
before E3 as
So
well.
just to give you a bit of context, so starting 2 days ago, they already announced Tetris Effect, a really trippy VR Tetris game. Look it up; it's quite cool. Yeah, but you can flip
I'm
it, yeah.
just doing what Scott did.
Imagine Beat Saber, but with Tetris. Really trippy and really fun, I believe. And the second game they announced was actually the release date of Days Gone, which I just mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
And we have 3 more, so we don't know what kind of games. But if I'm mistaken, they actually mentioned that it will be a new title,
New title.
something that we may not have
So
heard of.
all 3 will be new titles.
I mean, Tetris is not. Can you say Tetris is a new title?
Well, Tetris in VR is new.
I guess so.
Well, anything in VR is new.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. It could be.
PlayStation 5.
No.
No. Okay,
Okay,
there's
that
it's
happens, the
it's
internet
announced.
breaks.
this is a quick
Yeah.
one on comment. There's a few shout out. May Makababayao. I hope I didn't
Oh,
butcher
hi,
your name.
May.
Hi, who is Sean Miller? But
Hi, Sean. I remember you, dude.
Yeah, and then EJ Baladon said, "How do I get to grow a sexy mustache like Freddy?
Consume
all
French fries 3
in,
times a
bro.
day.
It's all in the gene. No, you just play video games 24/7 and don't shave.
But I
I
don't.
tried that.
But I don't have a beard.
I tried that.
How did that happened?
All right. Okay. Focus back on our topic today. I mean, right now, other possible announcement from Sony aside from the big four. Okay.
Okay, so the other day I saw on the internet there was a huge list of leaks
Yes.
apparently from
Real or not real?
yeah,
Hashtag
not
fake
sure.
news. We don't
yeah.
know. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, some of them are saying it might be Shenmue 3, Devil May Cry 5, Kingdom Hearts 3. But you know,
Let's
of
go
course,
through one
let's go
by
through
one,
one.
yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Bloodborne 2. For me personally, Bloodborne 2, it's a no from me.
Why? It's a
no. It's
As
a
in,
no.
You don't like it, or you don't
It's
think
a
it
no
will?
from me, dog. No,
You
it's
don't
not.
like it, or you don't think that it will appear
I
on
don't
E3?
think
It's
it
two different
will.
things.
I don't think it will appear in E3.
Why not?
I just have this gut feeling.
Do you know something we don't?
No, it's just like it's a women's intuition.
Whoa.
Ah, yes. But you know, like, okay, what
You
do you
can't
guys
bring
think?
this thing to court and say women's intuition.
Yeah,
No,
women's.
no, it's just that I don't know. I just feel like I mean, Bloodborne is great and stuff, but Bloodborne. Sorry, not Bloodborne. Dark Souls just had like a. Is it called a remake or a remaster? I can't remember.
Remaster.
Remaster
Mhm.
on Steam, correct?
Yep.
So like I feel like it's too soon to be announcing this one since their titles are like somewhat similar in nature.
Announcing versus teasing versus releasing are actually all different things. Because you
I
can
know,
release
I
one
know.
thing and announce another, and you say, "Oh, it will come out only 3 years later." It's fine, right?
Yeah.
You know.
I know it's
This-
fine.
this-
I know, but
and-
the news hasn't settled yet.
You don't need it to.
You kind of
When
want
you
people
have-
to talk about it,
Yeah,
right?
when they're happy, make them happier.
Still a
Right?
no from
Yeah.
me. It's still a no from me. Let's
We'll
have a
see.
bet, okay?
Yeah,
if it
but-
if
but-
it doesn't come out, you guys owe me
Hey, no bet.
$5.
You
have no
$5.
You have no facts to back you up. So aside from the
$5.
intuition,
Nope. Nope.
Okay, what do you guys think? Why do you guys think that Bloodborne 2 is a yes?
what do you think, Matthew?
I think they might tease it, but not much of it.
Okay,
Because
so why do you
solely-
think there's Bloodborne 2 in the first place?
Wait. Well, I'll finish my sentences.
Okay.
Solely because that I feel like Sony this year are gonna be all out with that big four. If they're teasing it this way, right, the big four, they will have to go all out, and the rest will maybe just be like a side booth, maybe like a small teaser, small trailer.
Yep.
The rest will be their main focus because
Yeah.
you know their stage time is not that much already, right? Their conference is like what 1 hour,
Yeah,
1
around
hour.
there.
Let's
Yeah.
say 1.5 hours. How can you split 4 parts, 4 games into 1 hour?
No,
And
sometimes you just tease 6 seconds enough already.
yeah, that's what I think they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Like 6 seconds in between transitions.
But-
I would be so
I
disappointed.
also think that I disagree with you because I think that they will tease a little bit more because why I believe that Bloodborne 2 will be there is because of the whole, you know, the they also released a teaser before that's with the title of Shadows Die Twice. Right.
Okay, what is this Shadow Die Twice?
Basically is like a very short trailer, literally 6 to 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, it's quite gross. You have blood and everything, mysterious and everything, and at the end, then they have a tagline says "Shadows Die Twice," and you don't know what the heck
Okay,
is.
why do you think that one is Bloodborne 2 though?
2 twice.
That's not
No,
good
no,
enough reason to bring it to the court.
if you look at the trailer, the style and everything, it suggests similar things.
That's like saying that.
you can take a look at the trailer
That's
now.
like if
Take a look at the trailer now.
Okay, well,
The blood, you know, Bloodborne, your blood,
Yeah,
and then die twice, and then yeah,
wait for it.
that's it.
that's it.
Wait.
Just die twice. Okay, the thing is, like, for me,
To me, that sounds like a slogan or like a catchphrase for. But what else? Bloodborne 2.
no,
It's
I
from.
don't-
Don't tell unless it's a Dark Soul 4. Yes,
How is it twice? It shouldn't be die 4 times.
could be quadruple
Twice.
That would
Like,
be.
like in E3 it'll be like Shadow
And
die
that is
twice,
why-
twice.
And that is why is Bloodborne 2.
But what if it isn't? What if it's a new game altogether? Because right, as much as you want to see is the same similar style, a lot of games have this kind of ambiance. You know, I have a feeling like what if, like from me, like from what I got from there is like a horror game, a new horror game. That I would be
No.
really excited
Well,
for.
not
when
a
you
horror.
die 20 times in the same level, it's horror. So yeah.
You
Hey,
said Shadows
you see,
die twice,
it's
not
okay,
20
guys.
times.
Any game can be a horror game.
If you suck at it.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay.
Quote that.
Okay, so this one we'll put in a keep in view, and I still think I want to do the vet. If it's not
No.
Bloodborne 2, you guys still owe me $5. Chat, you guys, note this time exactly 10 p.m. They're gonna owe me $5.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait,
next.
yeah. what-
Okay, next up we have Shenmue 3. I have no clue what this game is about, but according to Freddie, he told me that this game has been about like in development
No,
for
wait,
10 years.
yeah, something like that. But Shenmue 2 is a really popular game in Dreamcast. I don't think you were even born yet.
I
No,
don't.
no, no.
I've
No, but
I've
yeah,
never had
Shenmue 2 was I think out around 2000. Or I don't know. It's quite a long time ago.
So
I played it.
What is it about?
It's action adventure game, and
Yeah.
it's literally developed by Deep Silver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you can take a look at the trailer here.
Wow, look at
It's quite pretty for a very
Yes,
old game.
it is
PlayStation 2? PlayStation 1?
Dreamcast.
Dreamcast?
Dream
3.
Tree.
Yes. And this is actually the if I'm mistaken, this is the graphic for Shenmue 3. Yeah.
Ah.
Yes.
So which console would this will be under PlayStation, you think?
PlayStation, yes.
I mean, okay, now that I see the people again now, it's like not really impressed with the graphics suddenly. It's like
Well, I mean,
eh.
Shenmue is never really about the graphic. It's more
Okay,
about the
but
the story.
Tash, just to
and
give
the,
you
the combat.
just to give you an idea how much people like this game.
Okay.
This game was crowdfunded.
Yep.
Started a crowdfunding.
Oh,
at
really?
2015 E3.
Okay.
For
They-
Shenmue 3, yeah.
Yeah, for Shenmue 3. Okay, Shenmue 3. They started the crowdfunding. They hit their target in under 8 hours.
Holy.
And guess what their target is? Just
What?
guess.
1 million?
2 million.
Are you kidding me?
Under 8 hours.
2 million
Yep.
under 8
This
hours?
just shows how much people love this game.
Yep. And
That's
they must
crazy.
finish it, okay? They cannot just like, oh yeah, I don't want lah. Yeah.
And
they
in the
must.
end,
Yeah.
They raised over 6 million.
Holy crap, that's crazy.
Yeah.
6 million.
Yeah, that's why I believe that we will definitely be seeing
Yeah.
Shenmue 3.
I'm actually quite, eager
Whether
to think that
it will
will
be
come out.
under whether it will be shown during the Sony press conference, not sure. But I hope so. But I believe that it will be there. And of course, next one we have Devil May Cry 5.
Okay, this one caught me off guard. This one, it was like one day I'm just sitting there and I'm like, what is this? What? Devil May Cry 5? Ah! So I think I've never played Devil May Cry before this, but I've heard amazing things about it. So what do you guys think? Is it just going to be a teaser or is it going to be something more? Or why do you guys think? I mean, like for me, I feel like it's going to be there already because of that just suddenly pop announcement.
Because it was a leak, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So that means they already prepared something. I hope that it's not so much of just like a 6-second thing. Hopefully, at least some sort of gameplay.
I hope it's a 3-minute trailer.
I think it's going to be a 6-second thing.
I mean, I want to believe the side of me that's realistic knows that Matthew, has this in the bag, but it's like I just want to believe that it will be a 3-minute trailer.
Just give us more airtime of Dante, right?
Okay. 8 seconds. Hey, I gave you more.
We'll find out next week, Monday, Tuesday, around that time. We will find out. But I think it'd be great to finally see a new Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah,
I mean a new Devil May Cry.
I think people want to see it. It's a love franchise, and like you said, Tash, people they don't play the game, but they know about this name. It's so well known, and I know a handful of people who will be really interested if it does
The
come.
thing is, like, even if you've never played Devil May Cry, you
You've
are
heard
going
of
to want to play it anyways because everyone talks about it. Even till today, it remains as one of the most iconic games for
Yep.
Sony.
DMC.
Yep,
DMC.
TNC. Like, it's very edgy. It's catchy. It has a really cool protagonist. It's everything that you can find in a JRPG.
Yeah. So what other Sony announcement you think would be there?
Kingdom Hearts.
I don't think so. I mean, I think Kingdom Hearts will be under Square Enix.
I also think it's
That's
I
fair.
think it's their
I
flagship
think,
too.
yeah.
I know what else they'll tease.
What?
10 other VR games.
They have been trying to push the PSVR. They've
If you
been
can
heavily
do
milking it.
Tetris Effect, Tetris VR, you can do Minesweeper VR.
No, please.
Solitaire.
You
Oh my
actually
God, imagine this.
dig.
No, not that. Remember back in the days when you guys don't have video games in the computer, the pinball.
Yeah,
3D.
yeah. Pinball, Pong.
You actually go to the pinball machine.
I mean, it's cool and all that
Yeah.
they want to tease for PlayStation VR. I
Yeah.
mean, they do have a handful of games for PlayStation VR, but personally, for me, I'm not saying it's a no for E3. It's just no as in
Yeah.
Please don't bring that to E3. I don't
mean,
want to see that crap.
I of course believe that Kingdom Hearts will definitely make an appearance.
Yeah.
Just that I don't think that it will be under Sony.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
but since we are there, what do you guys think of Kingdom Hearts 3? I mean, you have already
Yes, Tash, you can
you
go.
already expressed
This is your time.
frustration, your hope, your
Please.
desire, your everything. But do you think this will be the best Kingdom Hearts 3, or is this we have to do it?
For me personally, I think Kingdom Hearts 2 is the best one so far. I've played like the other
Of
stuff
course,
as well.
only 1 and 2, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 1 and 2,
that's
and then
what-
plus the other
Yeah,
stuff.
plus other stuff, yeah.
But I still think 2 is the best because to me personally, I don't. When they added all these other new characters in, it's just so many of them. It's so tiring to follow the story. I tried to follow as much as I can, and honestly, I don't really care about the other people. I just want to know what happens to Sora. I just want to know if that's the end. Then suddenly everyone's a freaking Keyblade master. Like suddenly
Yeah.
everyone like one for you, and you get a Keyblade, you get a Keyblade. Come on.
Yeah.
Suddenly it was like, oh, Sora, you're the chosen one. It's like, oh no, this Keyblade is actually from this guy to this guy. So actually, but Sora got it because he's.
So ultimately,
yeah.
you're saying that Kingdom Hearts 3 won't be a good game.
I'm not saying it will be a good
Oh,
game.
wow.
I'm just saying it'll be like, if you don't revisit the other games, you're gonna have a bad time. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's not gonna be easy to follow. I must say that Kingdom Hearts 3, if you're not familiar with the storyline, the franchise, please Wikipedia or something like that. I mean, or
It's
like
Just go to YouTube and watch people
Yeah,
play
the-
because it's like they made a compilation, correct, on the PlayStation 4,
Yeah,
1.5,
like the
2.5,
story,
Yep.
and
everything.
then
But
2.8. And there's like movies. There's like the DS version in there as well. The Chain of Memories. That's just too much.
the thing is that I don't think everyone plays Kingdom Hearts because of the story. Like I am a person I played Kingdom Hearts too.
Yeah.
I just love it because you see this cross reference of all these characters. You have Buzz Lightyear, you have like Mickey Mouse, everything. This is like the only game that I see so many Disney characters.
Yeah.
And I'm
yeah.
so excited. Like normally I go to the game, I really don't care. I just go and kill everyone, smash
Yeah.
buttons. But obviously, like you really like the story. So
Yeah, I think it's like when I pick up a game, the first and foremost thing I'm gonna look at is the storyline. That's definitely it. I don't really like gameplay wise and stuff. It comes very secondary to me, but Kingdom Hearts has a really engaging storyline, which I love. But when you make it in this whole mess, I mean, they made a good job at putting everything for the PlayStation 4, which is fine. But don't you just feel bad for those people who bought a 3DS, who bought a Wii and a PS Vita? I don't know what else has been in there. Don't you feel it's kind of unfair to make people go through that? Because for me, it's like so insulting. Something like, oh, everything's on the PlayStation 4. I'll just like throw my things. Like, why would you make me spend all this money when you could have just put it on this console?
Calm down.
You have a lot of anger in you.
Kingdom Hearts is supposed to make you happy, not the other way around.
Yeah.
Thanks, Square Enix. You ruined my childhood. I'm just kidding. But seriously though, I think Kingdom Hearts will be amazing game. It'll have amazing gameplay. I hope they do keep the mechanics of what they have, but just improving it. But I'm just really hoping that this year will finally be the year that they said. The announcement of the date of release, no longer coming. Check out this winter. Check out next summer. Where they were like, yes, summer is the release. Is the release date is coming out?
Delayed.
Oh no, it's not delayed. It's just like, oh, here's another trailer for you guys.
Ah, yeah.
It's disappointing. But what do you guys think of Kingdom Hearts 3? I know how Matthew feels, but what do you feel, Freddie?
I'm optimistic.
You're optimistic.
Optimistic.
For a date, you mean?
No, for everything. I think that it will be out by this year.
I also think so, actually.
Yeah.
They
I
teased
hope
it too
so.
long. They
I
teased
hope
it too
so.
long.
I hope so.
Okay,
Okay,
let's
but
move on.
this is like crazy, but I want to go back to the top predictions and surprises just one last time. Bring me like a game that you think might come out at E3 that no one has any idea will come out. Just one game, like a surprise, like a plot twist.
Horizon Zero Dawn 2.
Horizon Zero Dawn 2.
I got one.
Yes. What?
Half-Life.
It will not come out. It's a joke.
Half-Life 3.
No, it will not. No, if anything, it will be during TI and not
Half-Life.
E3.
That's the beauty of it.
Because
You're
it's
not
WoW.
expecting
It's
it,
WoW.
but you're not expecting.
No, it's WoW.
It's still Valve. Yeah.
I can believe. I can
Personally
dream.
for me,
Yeah, you can. You can dream. It's fine.
I'm
It will
thinking
never happen. Yeah,
it's gonna be Dead Space 4.
it will also never happen.
Yes, it will. What are you talking about?
Not
That
this
game
year.
has been
Yeah.
freaking cliffhanger for so long.
Nope.
Yes. Okay,
Alright.
if it actually comes out right, I will be over there screaming, "I told you so, Freddy!" That would be like the funniest thing ever. And now, you guys in the chat, I want you guys to tell us, what do you guys think would be the next possible plot twist that you will see at E3? It could be any game at all, and tell us why you think that. So while we wait for those things to happen, let's do Change My Mind. Okay, this is what they're both excited about, which they've been like talking behind my back and been trying to like debate about something. And this is where I will pick a winner, like who is more realistic.
Yep.
All right.
But what is Change My Mind?
So Change My Mind. Thank you for reminding me that. Change My Mind is basically we'll have two different people. They each have like I think it's a game today, right?
Yep.
So Freddie and Matthew both have chosen a game.
Matthew and Freddy. When confusing you even more.
Matthew and Freddie chose a
Yes.
game, and they will. I think it was the best game at E3. So they each have chosen a game, and they will try and convince me why the choice is the best one.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are free to join as well.
Before we even begin the debate, where we are debating about which game is a better E3 news, right? Not which game is a better game.
Oh,
Alright.
okay.
Yeah, I
yes,
think
okay.
that's clearer because
Yeah.
Okay.
you can't compare a game that's not out
Yeah,
yet.
Oh, that's true.
But
That's true.
we're talking about which game will be the game of E3,
Yes.
meaning
Okay.
the one with the most hype or the most news or the most the best story. I would
Yeah.
say.
The best narrative coming to E3.
Yeah.
That's a better one.
Yeah.
So you guys are free to join in. Write in the comments what you guys think. Who's better, Freddy's or Matthews? Now,
Me leh.
okay, I want to know. Okay, Freddy, what's your game?
To me, I think the game of the year for E3. I mean, the game of this year's E3 would be Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, that's actually a good choice. That's a good choice. Even I'm already leaning there already. But Matthew, you said you're really eager about this one. Let me guess. Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, it is.
I freaking knew it. Didn't
But I have
to guess.
really good points.
Okay.
But Freddy?
Okay. Let's start. Let's hear your introductions. Introductions.
Okay. Number one, why I believe that Cyberpunk 2077 will be one of I think the best game or the best story that we'll have for E3 2018 is because number one is done by CD Red Projekt.
Okay.
Okay, and they have never really disappointed us too much.
What other
I don't
games
think
have
so.
they made?
Witcher.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the Witcher group.
It's the
Witcher
Witcher
group.
Yeah, and it's something that they've been working on for 6 years.
Okay.
And it's inspired by a tabletop game,
Yeah.
Cyberpunk 2020. And right now with that, if you look at the trailer, if you look at all the narrative and the hype, I can't believe what else can top this.
Okay.
Well, of course, I might be biased because I really like Cyberpunk.
Okay.
Not the game, but the genre.
The genre.
I really like the old genre. That means anything Cyberpunk just gets me, man. So that would be my case, lah.
All right.
All right.
But why do you like
'Kay.
Ghost of Tsushima so
Okay,
much?
guys.
You don't even know anything yet. It's only
Guys,
Mongolian
guys.
versus Japanese.
Guys.
No bullets, no nothing.
Guys. Close your
Mhm.
eyes. Close your eyes and
I don't
imagine
want.
this. Imagine this, okay?
Cannot.
Imagine.
I
that
feel like this
you-
is a trap.
You
Yes.
are in the 12th century Japan.
I can't
With no
imagine the
internet.
12th
No.
century.
Come on, Freddy's my time. But yeah,
Okay.
just imagine that you are placed in 12th century Japan, right? And whatever you do, that all your friends, your family, they're all killed. And now you are the lone standing samurai against this 20,000 strong.
Are we doing in my point of view?
Yeah, no, it's your point of view.
So-
Imagine.
But for me, it's like if I'm the last person, I'm just like,
No, you're samurai. Imagine you are samurai and you just lost everything you know.
that's why I'm doing
Don't
that.
join them.
No,
Yeah,
so
man.
you want to prove, you want to redeem yourself, you want to be revengeful. This
Okay.
is the game for it because it's so beautiful. Number one, the art itself is just breathtaking. You saw the screenshot.
Yeah.
You saw
Song
everything.
too. Very
So,
beautiful. Yeah.
Okay, let's fine 50-50. Okay. Both,
Okay.
both one. But then think of the storyline that is because it is based on actual history.
Cyberpunk, not real
It's
history.
based on a game.
Yeah, but a really good tabletop game where you
But
can
it's based on a
make your
really
own
good
choices.
Wait a
Ah,
sec.
You can have your new
Guys.
endings
Ghost
because
of Tsushima is
in
based
Ghost
on
of
a
Tsushima-
really
Stop.
good history
Listen,
point
you're
in
supposed to
Japan.
It's true,
convince me.
but
When
that
you
dude
yell, I
died.
can't hear you guys.
What?
Relax.
that dude had to die, right? At the end.
Cyberpunk is not even real.
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
More space for your
No.
creativity.
No.
Okay, wait. Hang on. let me be the boss. God darn it, guys.
Okay, alright.
Okay, so you guys both said that the games are both very beautiful, and I have to agree. Cyberpunk 77, you know, it has a cyberpunk feel. I have always loved those kind of games. They look very gorgeous, and this one looks extremely futuristic. But as for Ghost of Tsushima, I myself love, you know, lore. I love games that are full of lore, full of myth, and they have managed to, so far in the trailer, show us that.
And
so,
sorry.
yeah. Sorry. But yes, but the thing is, like, when I even look at it, like, even I can choose. But for me, like, right now, I'm leaning a little bit towards Cyberpunk. Don't get angry. But because that game just looks a little bit more gorgeous and a little bit more, I think I just like the supernatural elements of it. Just you see how the bullets just kind of like heal just slowly. That one is
They just got a better, you know, teaser director.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, Ghost of Tsushima, it looks like a very interesting game, yes. But for me, the trailer doesn't really like make me intrigued or interested in the game, even though it's gorgeous. But it's like you know, like this one, you have questions when you see the trailer. But for Ghost of Tsushima, I didn't really have a lot of questions.
The only question is like, where is Tsushima?
That's
It's
one.
in Japan.
That's
Why
one.
Ghost? Is he dead?
And number two,
You can't even answer that, right?
Because it's a narrative, you're coming into it. It's
Okay.
exactly the thing. You know, you're coming into E3. There's so many possibilities, and I think why I'm so excited about this game, it's like, it's just so beautiful, and there's so many different ways. And imagine that this is part of history, right? Whatever you do, it impacts history itself. So it feels like you are remaking history.
are you remaking history or taking a walk through history?
I think it's more of a walk through history because I
Yeah.
don't think one guy can change Japan, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
see.
That's kind of
We will
the
see.
kind of thing.
We will see.
All right.
I have
So
high hopes.
what kind of game do you think Cyberpunk will be? Like, what do you think? What are you expecting from like
Based
battle
on
system
the
and all that?
information that I gather, number one, you can create your character.
Okay.
So you're no longer just following one guy or two girl or whatever. It's your own character.
That's
You're
actually
in
really
this world.
interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Finally, we have a, I would say a hardcore RPG. You know, RPG where you can create your own character. And number two, there is element of open world and sandbox
Okay.
in Cyberpunk. That's been confirmed. And number three, Cyberpunk.
Okay.
The whole world
what?
would be cool, awesome. You know, look at the art. Is really something that will really entice you. And from the get-go, the moment you create your character to the moment your character die 20 times and you continue or whatever you go, I think is something. I hope that it will be a third-person game,
Yeah.
third-person open world, and I also hope that they won't turn it into a multiplayer co-op thing.
Okay.
Okay, but at the same time, I believe that with the success story of CD Red Project, the story, the execution, the combat will all be A1.
All right.
Yeah.
But what kind of combat are you looking at? Because obviously the game is based on a board game. Like, what are you expecting to see the rules of the board game implemented
No,
into the game?
I don't think so.
Right.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think you need to roll dice to shoot. Yeah.
No, I don't think it'll be a roll dice to shoot, but I'm just worried it'll be like
Chance based kind of thing.
chance
RNG,
based.
RNG.
Like, you know,
RNG.
AP ability points. You need ability points to move and stuff like that. To
I
me,
don't
that-
think so.
That would be
I
kind
don't
of
think-
a drag. In
I
my
don't think it'll
opinion.
be turn-based. I think it'll be a very freelance, flexible, open world.
That would be.
I feel like
yeah.
the only thing they're basing it off is just the art style, maybe the play, maybe a bit weapons.
Yeah,
or
because with the
something like
engine that they've already developed for Witcher 3, and if not something even better, they could have done much more than
Yeah.
just a turn-based thing.
And
yeah,
I think that the reason they're doing as a 2077 is because they want to make it clear. Yes, it's a reference, but it's not a direct reference.
correct.
Interesting. Okay, what do you expect from Ghost of Tsushima?
What I expect it will be a game of a lot of choices, and I really like this kind of games because
Why do you think choices?
Yeah, actually, that's very interesting. Why choices?
Yeah.
because like it shows from the trailer, or maybe because I was really fascinated, so I read a lot about it, where you have your whole family, your whole whatever has been killed. You either can just be this very noble guy and be this ninja that you've been trained as to just go around, not killing everyone, but still stopping the Mongols, right? Because there is the Mongols moving forward, right? Be this ninja. Or you can just go on this massacre, be this, forget what you know, don't protect anything, just kill off everything. Because,
So there's two choices.
yeah, but
You say many choices.
two is a many choice.
No.
So you're taking a multiple choice
Multiple.
ending basically.
Yeah, because to me, I think about it. if you are a samurai and all your families are dead, and you're in this situation where you have no more choices, you don't even have food, right? So you have to face like horde of Mongols. The only choice you have is to survive.
Or kill yourself.
Yeah, or kill yourself, of course. So you're talking about minor choices here, like where how can I survive?
I feel like the choices I'm talking about is the choice to play the game, of how you want to complete the missions, instead of just going through.
So it's either Q / stealth / puzzle /
That reminds me of a Dishonored. Actually, you can either go full stealth or you just can just go in all out.
Like this kind of games where
I would love it if
it's
you
it's your own play style, right? It's not like you're forced into the steps of the character. It's like, oh yeah, you know what? In this stage or this play, I'm a person that is a little bit more scared. I want to go through around everyone and not kill anyone.
Yeah, it would actually be really hilarious if one of the route is actually for you to go and use your charisma and persuade the Mongols to go back. But then like the game is 5 minutes. Like, but you have to use like Japanese. Then the fellow that's speaking in Mongols is like, what the heck?
Yeah, And also another thing is that I'm just a sucker for games that reference.
But you see, I think you're wrong, because you're missing the ghost part of the Ghost of Tsushima.
Okay.
Because in the trailer it shows that he may have some mythical power there.
That's true.
Right?
Maybe.
A normal samurai would not have that. But if he's a ghost samurai, that would be great. So I think I'm winning here.
You're winning for me.
I feel like for Matthew, I mean, his ideas are pretty cool, but I don't think that will be in the story.
Yes, what
I have a feeling that the game will be more linear than we think it might be. I think it will be a very linear storyline. You can walk around, find things, but at the end of the day, you still have to end up on the same path for the main storyline. That's just what I feel.
No, we'll see. But
just
also,
I feel like it will be something like God of War.
I think the reason why I really like it is, like I said, it directly references something that really happened. And I'm the type of person that when it happens, after a movie, I'll research about it.
I don't think it really happens because ghosts.
I mean, it references a part of history.
But yeah, anyways, now I want to make my decision. I'm sorry, Matthew, but I'm going to have to go with Cyberpunk.
Biasness.
Even from the trailer,
Biasness.
even from the trailer itself already won me. It's just a really great trailer.
I mean, we can do this again, next week when both of the games are, they have more information on each. But I think I will still win.
And as I said,
Let's do it.
You don't need an elaborate trailer to make someone interested in the game. A really good trailer, done very well, very beautiful, which can incite question and curiosity, is enough to actually take. That's why I said.
Yeah, what got me for Cyberpunk is actually the genre.
Yeah, the genre.
And the thing about Ghost of Tsushima is really nice. I agree.
Aesthetically,
with you. Aesthetically, but just that because we have seen game that's set in Japan or that era for quite a long time.
That's true.
Just that if you don't show me more, I would have to look at other options.
Yeah.
Prepare to be blown away.
I would love to, seriously.
You'll regret this decision.
I mean, the game. Yeah.
Oh, he's already.
please make me right.
Okay, so now that we already talked about, which game is better, do you guys think that it's going to be a good year for E3? Like for me
good year
personally,
good
do you think
surprises, good
do you think
news.
that will be like the best year for E3? Like from like the past years and stuff. Like for me personally, I think I'm not saying it's going to be a bad year. I'm just going to say that this year is going to be a little bit of a drag because there's a lot of things that's being repeated over and over again. It's going to be Kingdom Hearts again, or Final Fantasy again, or Death Stranding again. Like if I wanted, as I said, this is supposed to be Christmas for gamers. Like what are we going to get this year in this box? But if you're giving me the same thing as last year, even though it's extra content trailer, I'm not interested. I just want to see new things. I just want to move on.
You want to see original titles?
I want to see new original titles.
Okay. I understand your point of view. I don't think that this year will be the best E3 because you can't top the year when PS4 and Xbox One announced at the same time.
Yeah, that was just ridiculous.
That was epic.
At the same time, I think that this year will still be a good year because, like you said, last year they planted a lot of seeds. This year is the time for us to harvest. And you see the mango come out.
The durian tree is out.
All the fruits are now big, ripe for you to take it down. And yeah, I think it may actually be better than last year, to be frank.
Okay, what about you, Matt? What do you think?
I think it will be a good year.
Okay.
Whereas, it'll be very exciting. And, the thing is that a lot of companies has been really quiet this year. And because of the quietness...
You mean by quiet, Microsoft?
Not just them.
Not just them.
Oh, really?
Not just them. You mean
it's not them, yeah.
Nintendo? Have you anything?
Actually, a little bit, but not E3 wise.
Yeah, the thing is that
yeah,
you know, sometimes less is more.
yeah.
And when you don't hear something, you sort of like have this crippling feeling that,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I mean,
it's like
calm
the
before
when,
the storm.
yeah,
kind of
when
thing.
the good guy like, hey, this villain hasn't been doing something for a
or
very
the
long time.
or the villains. Hey, how come this good guy
This
never
guy
do
not
this?
doing
Okay,
not
no, I
stopping.
mean like personally for me, even like it's all about last year's stuff, right? I feel like this year for Nintendo is just ports. This game coming to Nintendo, that game coming to Nintendo. Oh,
Yes.
suddenly we can play everything on the Nintendo.
Yes.
It's
It
just
could
like
be.
why do I
You-
care? Why would I want to hear that at E3? You can tell me anytime. I just want to hear about new games at E3.
But that's,
I
that could be
disagree,
surprise.
though. I mean, I disagree that you only need new games for
I
Yeah.
mean,
E3.
I mean, obviously you can make the announcement for that, but if it's like the whole thing is just port,
I don't think it'll be
it
all
gets
ports.
a little
I
bit
don't think it will.
boring.
I think I have a feeling that Nintendo has something big. And look at if you remember the schedule, right, Nintendo is like literally one whole day. Like they are the standalone.
like I don't want to be also a Debbie Downer.
Mm.
Pokemon was just
Yeah,
announced
it was an
for-
extension for Pokemon
yeah, it
Go.
was
Let's
an
let's be
extension.
real.
and it's like they just released that as
Yeah,
well. So it's
but-
just like if they
see-
have something else, then yes,
That's-
really really cool because they have two big things
Yeah,
at once. You know?
What I'm thinking is that there's a reason why they released it early and not in E3, because I feel like they have something bigger at E3 to announce. And like I was saying that their conference is literally one day after everything. It's because they want that space, that own flow of news portals. Like
Yep.
because you see, first day is EA, second day everyone, Microsoft, Tesla, then Square Enix, Ubisoft, Sony, and then suddenly there's one Nintendo. That means all the news
But Nintendo
focus
has
will be
always
focusing
been
there.
on the last
Yeah.
day.
Yes, but it's a good strategy.
It's good because they have like that time to like still go for a meeting and drink tea and okay, so what do we do?
They-
You
they-
know,
everyone
what do
has
you think,
shown-
Freddy?
Everyone has shown
It's
the
all
big
good?
stuff.
I believe that they probably have like no, it's green tea, not English tea.
Oh
So
my
Yeah, so
God.
wrong accent. But anyway, I feel like they already have like a lot of titles in their hands,
Yes.
thinking or like teasers ready. Like, but how much do we want to show? Because
Yes.
I believe that all these showmakers, right, all these like big press cons or whatever, like Sony, Microsoft, Bethesda, and all those, they have more than what they can show.
Yes.
But
Right.
sometimes it depends on like how much they
That's-
want to show.
There's a reason why the bigger players they want to be last. It's because that they can see their competitors first, and then like, oh wow, you're doing this, we're gonna one up you.
I
We're gonna
think
one up you. We're gonna one up.
Personally,
But
as
there's
well.
also pros of starting first because you're setting the benchmark.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
if you hit the mark and nobody can compete, that's it.
Bam.
yeah.
Yeah.
And if you introduce like a new mechanic, and then suddenly, another game actually has this new
Yeah,
mechanic,
I mean,
but
like,
oops,
correct.
The other guys were
Correct.
first. Sorry,
It's
you
like
were
what
just
you said.
copying us.
If Microsoft like say on Sunday midnight just say we have Half-Life 3. Oh, jeez. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if let's say Sony will say, oh yeah, we have more games. Nothing. They
Yeah.
can't beat that. So yeah, but you must of course secure that kind of momentum, or that kind of impact. But
I
if you
mean-
can't, then yeah.
I mean, last year's Switch, they introduced the machine itself and also Breath of the Wild, if I'm not
Yep.
wrong. Yeah. So, that was a good year and everyone was going crazy because, of course, it's Zelda. It's everyone loves Zelda.
Yeah,
So the
Mario
thing-
Odyssey as well.
Yeah,
Mario
Mario
Odyssey was
Odyssey as
really
well, but everyone's still talking about Breath of the Wild, even till today. Like, I'm just wondering, how can they top off Breath of the Wild?
Nintendo Switch XL.
You heard it here first.
If that actually happens, I will give you $5.
Yeah. The thing is that I'm actually really optimistic about E3 this year. Like, you have to come in with with just all these ideas. Come in with heavy heart. Like, yes, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be the year where E3 changes. Sometimes it may falter, but it's like you said, right? Going on Christmas, going that tree. You don't want to go in that tree in this like, it's gonna be.
Yeah, that's what I'm terrified about.
Yeah.
I'm just scared I'll get last year's Christmas presents
Nah.
again.
But I think this year, like Freddy said, they planted the seeds. This time, it's where they just gonna harvest their.
Yeah.
their
But to
fruits.
me, well, let's quickly take a look at the schedule again.
Yeah, one more time.
Yep. Let's just take a look at what will happen in the next few days. So today you can actually go back and sleep after this because there's no press conference after this. But tomorrow night at 9 p.m. we will continue this live show. We will talk about E3 some more, and then we will be focusing on EA because, as you can see on the schedule here on the visual, on Sunday, June the 10th, 2 a.m. in the morning, early morning, if you're still up, there will be EA press conference. I hope there'll be more than just
Football.
football, NBA, Madden. I hope they will be able.
I really hope that
Hey,
because this is the year they need to redeem themselves.
Give me Halo
last
6. Give me
last
Gears
year
of
was
War
really
4.
bad.
yeah, last year was awful.
Yeah.
They need
The
to
memes.
because
Give
not,
me a new Star Wars game. Give me everything.
Yeah,
I
give
mean,
me-
last year it was like it looked okay, and then
Yeah.
suddenly after E3, EA just went crashing downhill. It was just
The-
ridiculous. Seeing them just humiliate themselves over and over again after that. They better redeem themselves this year because if that's the case, they'll just be known as the person who failed E3 twice
in a row.
Yeah.
And I think EA they need to do something like you said. Last
Yeah.
year they were.
And
I hope
and
they
even
learn.
outside of E3, they are not in a very good spot as well.
No.
Yeah.
People
So,
are angry
Correct.
at them.
Let's hope no more microtransaction, no more all
No
this
more
kind
pride.
of
No more a sense of pride and accomplishment.
Correct. Let's just focus less on making money but making good game.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
and no
which-
more
which they used
freaking
to.
DLCs.
I think they used to
come
produce.
on.
I mean, they still do produce good games. Just that sometimes I think the focus can be a little bit.
I know it's not really a good place to touch on, but the one group of people that I feel very sad for is the artists,
The
developers
developers.
of the game itself. Like, look at the games that they made. It's so beautiful, but a lot of people they are starting to boycott it because of the decisions they made, and it's no fault of the artists. And I hope that they get some redemption from this.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah.
Then after
Okay.
the next day will be Microsoft and what's that?
Bethesda.
Bethesda. Okay, so Microsoft they've been super quiet. Actually, it's like like you said earlier, right? It's gonna be like maybe they're quiet because they're scared they will fail. Either they're just scared or they have something really big up their sleeves. And I'm really hoping it's more games
Yep.
this year because they have the machine. It's a very powerful machine. It's really awesome. But they need to have some content for the machine. And I hope this year is the year where they will have those. Even though it's not exclusives, it's okay. Just
Yep.
have some games for
Yep.
those.
So for tomorrow, aside from EA, we'll also be talking about like some what are the top FPS games
Yeah.
they're coming into E3 or may show up or may not.
Hopefully.
We don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are quite some good FPS titles, I must say, because to be honest, for the last 1 or 2 years, we don't see too much. We mostly like your action RPG, your sports title, your whatever.
Destiny
But
2.
FPS really not that many good ones, I must say.
Yeah.
I mean, if you count out all the battle royale, you really don't have that many.
I honestly don't want to see another battle royale.
Why
Frankly, I'm quite
Hello
sick.
Kitty. you know.
Hello Kitty Battle Royale. Are you ready?
No. No.
Take the hammer.
No.
I would love to see that just for the sake of like
We'll have you stream it.
Don't talk to me, Matthew.
or like a Pokemon battle royale, throw them all in a pit. Oh!
Technically, they already do that.
That's true. That's
A
true.
Pokemon battle is a battle royale.
True.
No, I mean
Oh,
personally,
but it's not
I
like a 1v99 kind of free for all, right?
I
No.
don't know if they actually happened before. I feel like there is.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
When you go into like the wild, sometimes.
But seriously, battle royale.
I don't want to see those.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
if there's
Just
one
no more.
thing I do not want to see in the E3 is a battle royale game.
Yeah, I don't want to see
Right.
that.
You will see them.
I mean, Darwin Project was last year, was it not?
Yeah.
Darwin Project is not out yet. No, right?
I'm not.
can't really remember.
I don't have that answer here.
Yeah, but anyways, I'm hoping for more single player games
Hmm.
this year. Single player or
I'm
co-op.
hoping for MMO. Serious. We need a good MMO.
MMORPG?
Yeah.
I have a feeling he knows something.
No, but seriously, what is the last good MMO that we play or we hear?
RuneScape.
Is WoW still considered?
Yeah, I mean, but it's been like what?
Maple Story?
No, no, but yeah, we need some new.
MMO.
New
Would you classify Destiny 2 as an MMORPG?
Not
No.
not
No.
MMO action. Yes, MMO RPG. No.
Hmm.
It's not role playing
Yeah.
where you have a lot of custom edits or anything. You feel like you're still
Yeah, I mean you have clans and everything, but you're not fully immersed in the game
Yeah.
yet.
like
You're
when-
focusing more on the fight and not so much of the quest, like digging stuff, planting oranges. Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
do those things.
Yeah, fair enough.
But sometimes I want to do those things.
I mean, okay, no offense, but if you want an MMO, suddenly RuneScape was there. Jagex was like, "Hey, RuneScape 4." Oh, that would be hilarious.
RuneScape 76.
that would actually be funny. But you know what? I'm
And their review It's like
Matthew, please stop talking. You know what? Before he opens his mouth again, tune back tomorrow for the preview of the EA press con and what are the hottest FPS open and also open world games at E3 2018. Don't forget, 9 p.m. GMT plus 8 will be here and we'll stay up for you guys so you guys don't have to. But anyways, we'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm Tasha.
I'm Matthew.
Freddy here.
And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Ciao.
Ciao.